This is Memoirs of a Nigerian Graduate, and the podcast is actually a podcast to where we uncover the stories that shape lives and inspire futures. And then my name is Dario Chiuchiu. I'm your host, and today I'm thrilled to have with us Mr. Ipali Mote. He is a profound Nigerian whose journey is. So we have today Mr. Ipali Ipalimote is a profound Nigerian whose journey is nothing short of the extraordinary. From navigating the campus life to conquering the postgraduate scene.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me today. Thank you very much for having me today. How are you now? What's happening? Sorry. Hello, can you hear me? Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on your platform today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, as that's the only way you can help us. Right about now, Mr. Ipalimote, want you to briefly um, tell our viewers, tell our audience about yourself.
Okay. I am about myself. My name is Ipali Mote Daya Gabriel. I am a graduate of theater arts, Niger Delta University. I am a content creator, filmmaker, and I'm just there. I'm there. I am from Brass Local Government of Bayelsa State. So I'm into content creation. I am the CEO of Jato TV. In fact, I have a lot of pages, too numerous to mention. But I'm
Wow,
CEO of Jato TV and Ipali HQ. I'm a serial content creator. Let me use the word. I'm a serial content creator. I produce
wow,
all
that's
types of content, all types of content for creation purposes.
wow. Thank you so much, sir. It's nice having you here with us. So, moving on, we would like to this with a decision. You told us you studied theater arts, and we'd like you to tell us what made you choose your university and your course of study as well. Was it passion? Was it persuasion, or it was just pure chance?
Okay, I decided to choose my. Okay, I was actually studying law in UST. In fact, I was in 200 level, but I discovered that I was failing a lot. I discovered that I
Wow,
was failing a lot while I was in law because I was not passionate about it. I was studying it because my elder ones wanted me to become a lawyer as at then. So I was actually doing law for that purpose. So it was later on when I started failing in law. I, I because I was not always going to class. I was always going to locations, film locations, and all that. So I said, okay. Called my father one day and I said, so that's how I got.
wow, wow. That's wonderful. So, but can we go back to your day one in school? I mean, we would like to know how was your first day on campus? Was it exciting? Was it something totally unexpected?
Okay, I was new, I was naive, and I was young, and I was like, now we are about to be in a university. Now we want to see what life is going to be all about from this point henceforth. So I wasn't really bothered. I wasn't really stressed in my head. I was ready to learn. I was open to learn. I was ready for anything that had to do with the school. You know, when they say the school passes through you and you have to pass through the school. So I was ready. My mind was made up. You know, I'd already been in the university before. So it was not really a new thing to be in Nigeria University again for the first time. And this time I was sure of what I wanted to do. I was very sure and I was very intentional about the course of study and what I wanted to do.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I would want to ask, if we were to walk through your campus with you right now, where would be
Yes.
that first point you take us to? Like your favorite spot made it so special to you?
LT1. LT1 is home for me. LT1 is, in fact, I remember sleeping in LT1 all the throughout 100 level. So LT1.
Wow,
LT1 is the only home of a thespian. The Niger Theatre Theatre,
wow,
it's unlike today. Before now, it was God. Till date, I still, anytime I go to the school, I remember that my department hall and I must go to that place before I leave that school.
wow,
I must work in that's home. In fact, I can't even explain how much of a home that is. I don't know if it's that much accommodating now, but as at then when we were in school, there's nothing like LT1.
wow. Okay, so moving on, in every undergraduate life, there's always an unforgettable moment for an undergraduate. Do you have any of such that you would love to share for us, to us?
Unforgettable moments. Unforgettable moments. I had several unforgettable moments in school. Oh.
Wow,
Very several unforgettable moments. But my most desirable moment I cannot forget is when I got my first results out. You know, I had been failing from my other school, so I always had this fear that God, will I be able to scale through this one that I have decided for myself? So I was in class that particular day, and somebody just came to my class and said that results are out. Oh. And then it was very easy for it because they were using stipends I think to cover the names of students, but people could easily see the names. Somebody just said I had 3.71 and I was in a clear stand. I was
wow,
I was above, when somebody that has failed. I had like in my former school, I had like 6, 7 carryover every semester. But we're doing like 8 courses. In fact, six almost I will fail almost all the courses. So for you to come back and you are on clear stand on all the courses in this new desired course was a big thing for me. I was extremely happy.
wow, 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 wow. I must say that's really an unforgettable moment.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh, so um, so moving on, everyone would as well have someone who has actually left a big mark. I mean, on your journey or in their journey. Like as an undergraduate, you could have possibly have mentors, lecturers, or even classmates. So, who do you think is that person that has left the biggest mark on your academic journey?
I have one person in mind to date. It's as a mentor, as a senior colleague was Mark Noel. Then when he
Wow.
was in school, he used to have a name called Assassin. Yeah, Mark
Huh.
Noel was. I wasn't too close to him. I wasn't really close to him. In fact, I was almost not close to him. But and he was considered to be a very good person in school. But there are a lot of things that he told me about being a student in that department, and I held them close to me, and it actually shaped my thinking. He was a very great graphic designer. He was the best in our time. His graphics design was wonderful. So when I told him about my passion for content, creating content, monetization, and all that, he would just tell me that you probably work on yourself, learn these things. If I don't know as a student, and and funny enough, he had one of the best results in his class, so it was easy to listen to. He was good
Wow.
artistically, dramatically, politically. He was good at everything. So it
Wow.
was easy for me to follow his footsteps, and it was good for me. Because well, Mark Noel, the
Wow. Wow.
assassin,
Wow.
today
Wow.
he's a gamer now on TikTok. His name is Onaga Gigi. Yes, that's his name. So,
Okay, Mr. Noel, a big shout out to Mark Noel. You've really
yes,
done
yes,
so well.
yes.
So we want people like a lot of persons like Mark Noel out there, so they could as well shaping other person's life too. So moving on, let's talk about challenges. Different students would say, okay, this is the greatest challenge graduate would face in a
Ah,
life.
my biggest challenge was in 200 level. I I was unable to pay my production fees at the time. I didn't have the money, and the production fees were about 40 something thousand. So then before then, I had started doing this YouTube stuff in 2015 or 2015. Yes, 2015. So I was expecting some money to come. Then I had never seen YouTube money come before. I never known what YouTube money was like. I didn't even know the money was going to appear in my account, but I'd done everything. I'd done all the verification and all that. You get. So I was expecting the money to come. So I was scared because it was 1 week to the exams and I had not paid any production fee. So I was sure I was
Wow.
going to fail if I did not pay. And I didn't want to call my parents for any reason in this earth. Then one morning, I went to the bank. 2 days to the exam, rather, to the practical exam. I went to the bank, slotted my ATM card, and lo and behold, I saw my YouTube 82,000 naira in my account. In 2014, I paid my production
So
fees like, ah, God, I paid everything like in the twinkle of an eye. That was the most
wow.
challenging moment for me. I never imagined I was going to pay that production
Wow.
fee. I was scared. I was confused, but that was how I was able to overcome that challenge. Yes, that was it.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about your social life as an undergraduate then. Friends also define your university experiences. And then if you agree to that, we would like to know how your social network was and how it helped, shape your story today.
Okay, funny enough, I had a very boring social network in school. Oh. I was more a school a
Wow.
bookworm. I wasn't really a bookworm. I was a craft worm. So I didn't really keep friends. And
Wow.
what I kept was associates, people that we
Good together. Wow. Wow. So, I would also love to ask, schools do have clubs, associations, student groups, and so on for undergraduates. Were you member of any, and what role did this, association actually play in your journey? Okay.
During our meetings, rehearsals and all that.
Mm.
But fully, I wasn't really a member of any other organization aside that.
Okay. Okay. So you earlier mentioned, okay, you earlier talked about your social life. What was, relationship like to you there then as an undergraduate? Like, do you have any story you could share with us on that, sir?
No, so funny enough, I had the best and still have the best woman in this world. Yeah, so when we started dating from, in fact, she this story is funny. She followed me from 100 level. Yeah, she followed me from my former school where we were studying law to NDU.
Mm.
So I told her that my father had told me to go to NDU, and she came from Lagos. In fact, she didn't even know anybody in Bayelsa. She came from Lagos, but she really was deeply rooted in the relationship. So I was on the other hand rooted in the relationship too. So I said, okay, I want to study theater art instead of the law that I'm studying. Will you abandon your school too? She said yes. So she abandoned her classes, abandoned her results she was supposed to get in that school, abandoned her law certificates, and followed a man.
Mm.
She practically followed me to NDU. We got admission the same day. We stayed in the same house for 4 years.
Wow.
We finished
Wow.
school. Today she's married to me and we have 2 kids.
Wow. That's
So it's one of
that's
the very
wonderful.
rare love stories. A very rare one.
Yes.
For somebody to have,
That
so if I can calculate now, we've been dating for since 2012.
wow. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot. Yes, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's
Wow.
way a lot. That's a lot more than a lot. Yes. So that's so far.
Well, let's give a good shout out for staying
Yes.
with you, for being with you. Um,
Thank you.
so
Thank you
a
very
big
much.
advice, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much. I can hear
So
you, sir.
moving on, we would want to know your university. Universities do have, probably their rules, culture,
Yes.
tradition. Also, were there any specific rule or tradition? I mean, in your university then that has influenced your experience and growth?
Any culture, tradition that is influenced my experience and growth.
Yes.
Okay. As regards that, sorry, I have to work. I'm trying to get something done. Okay. As regards that,
Okay.
there were no I didn't really have anything that really influenced my way of operation. Or in fact, okay, the only thing I would say was one of the basic traditions in my school then, in my university and my department then was, I studied theater arts.
Yeah.
And we are used to going to rehearsal back to back to back to back to back. You get? So we could juggle
Yeah.
between 5, 6 productions at the same time.
Hmm.
So that was one thing I could say during my university, my lifestyle.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot. Wow. Okay. So let's talk about your finances and lifestyle challenges as an undergraduate. University life often you know um teaches budgeting the hard way. You understand? So what were the most creative or surprising ways? I mean, you were able to plan your budgeting life and so on as an undergraduate. Then were you
Okay,
all
how
let,
was my
let
lifestyle? My finances.
you said were you
Finances.
juggling
My fin-
between side hustles? Were you into any side hustles, side gigs, or part-time job coupled with the academics and so on?
no, 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 no. I was. It was very. My school days were very. I was very devoted to my schooling. I wasn't really doing anything then. But funny
Okay.
enough, I would say this on live. I was a master at doing assignments for my classmates. In fact, I was the set that we do an assignment that we don't even know the answer to. So I needed that. So doing assignments was one major thing I used in surviving while I was in school.
Wow.
Yes, I did assignments for some specific persons in my class. I was their mercenary. I didn't write exam for people, though, but when it comes to assignment,
Assignment.
leave that one for me.
Wow.
So I wrote assignments for a lot of people from my 100 level to a final year. So that
Hmm.
was one thing I used in keeping my finances together. Then I
Okay.
wrote projects for people too. I wrote projects for people
Wow.
too.
Project.
Yes, yes. I wrote a few projects for people too. That was how I was able to manage my finance. But schooling, my parents were not too buoyant financially, but they did their best, and I'm grateful for the ones they did. And I'm very excited that they were able to even make the efforts to send me to school. In fact, my father did not have, my father was a pensioner, but whenever he gave me money, I still appreciated whatever he gave to me. Like, because I knew what it took to send someone to school as at then. So that's for that.
Currently, let's fast forward.
Okay. So while I was in school, yeah, I was juggling between Asaba. I was going to Asaba to I wasn't going to I was going to act, I was going to be in the system, I was going to learn I was going to mix the town and gown together, you understand? Yes. So while I was in school, I was a theater
Okay.
artist. When I go out, I'm going into Nollywood, basic Nollywood. You get. So
Yeah.
currently now I'm into content creation full time. I shoot movies, skits, short films on Facebook. I have over
Okay.
7 to 8 monetized Facebook pages. I have over
Wow.
5 YouTube channels that are monetized. I have a lot of
Wow.
digital assets to my name. So what I currently do now is I produce
Hmm.
contents on different levels, different types of content, extremely different types of content at this level of my life. So that's what I do for a living. And now, school,
Hmm.
being a theater artist has its own advantage. It molds you to become extremely strong as a person. You know, when we were in school, it was very hectic, juggling between classes and rehearsals. But you can leave your house in the
Yeah.
morning by 6 and go home by sometimes go home by 6 the next day. You know, yeah, it was that you can go to a class, you can go to a class
Yeah.
today while I was in theater arts, and by you can start the rehearsals by 6 o'clock in the morning. You have another class by 8 in the morning. That class will take you to like 10. Then you have like 1 hour or 2 hours to rest. You have another one from 2 to 4, from 4 to 6. Then you have
Wow.
rehearsals by
Wow.
8 till 10. Then you have another all night from 10 till the next morning. Then you have a class a rehearsal
Hmm.
is by 6 o'clock in the morning again.
Huh.
So it was
That's
that
much.
difficult. Yeah, yes, it was that much. It was that much. So being having gone through that much exercises, much strenuous process to acquire this education, you can actually shoot from morning till night till the next day and all that and all that and all that, and we're still good.
Wow.
Unlike then, where you were doing it for academic marks, now you are doing it for your self satisfaction and for your career and
Yes.
for revenue, return on investment. So we are good.
Revenue.
We are good right now.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, but can you walk us through your journey since graduation, and then like what were there moments where you had to redefine your goals?
Okay, as regards goals and graduations and all, when I finished school, I started a different group, my former content creation group, ITK Concepts. So I thought of an idea to use Bible stories to tell um, 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 kids in slang form. So I started it up. Then it went
Okay.
well, and after a while, we discovered that our contents were violence oriented. You get so,
Yeah.
and then they started dropping they dropped our YouTube, no, not our Instagram handle for use of for violence
Violence. Promotion of
or use of
violence.
gun props for videos. So we had to redefine our content. We had to start producing. We had to go solo as a group. Each person went solo. But as at that point, we had understood what it took. We had understood the nitty gritty of content creation because everybody in the group could edit, could shoot, could write, could do everything. Because
Um.
being a thespian, you are trained to. And funny enough, out of the four of us that started that company, three of us were thespians, while one was in English. So it was easy
Wow.
for us to, and the one that was in English, even collected a course from our department then. So
Okay.
we are almost all like thespians as at then because we had all the needed training academically. So switching contents, and we had done that company for 3 years. I think so. Yes, 3 years from 2019 to 2021.
Wow.
So we understood what to do next, how to start changing our content because the idea of redefining your content is very important. You have to know when to switch, when to
Yeah.
move, when to make a move, when to, you have to know all those basic things. Else you'll be in one place for a very
Yeah.
long time. So we did all those things, and by God's grace, we became quite big in it.
Okay. Let's ask you now. Okay, your biggest challenge in transitioning from being a student to the working world, or becoming a working class person, also. What was your biggest challenge, and how did you tackle it at that point
And
where you need to switch?
my biggest challenge was what to eat. You get, how do I how do I keep feeding myself? How do I feed myself before the payment came through? You understand?
Yeah.
Before money started coming back from the creative work, how do I feed myself was one of the biggest challenge. But nevertheless, it wasn't too much of a challenge because I would say I had it very easy because my third video I put out on Instagram, somebody gave us 10,000 naira as appreciation for a great job well done.
Wow.
So starting in August, we started in August of 2019 rather, 2019. Then we started August 30th. By August, September, by September 4th or 5th, somebody had given us 10,000 naira as appreciation.
Mm.
From that point, we started having gigs, adverts, and all that. So it was easy transitioning. It was
Wow.
very easy. At the time, our laptop got broken. We came online. We pleaded for support. People came in, sent us money. So it was one of the most easy transitioning. And I had that transition issue for a few days, because I just started creating
Wow.
content just immediately I was done with school. It didn't take it didn't take more than 1 week to start up.
Wow.
It did not take me a lot. It did not
Wow.
take me
That's
time to start up. Yes.
so. Okay. Let me ask now. Do you think um you just mentioned that you only experienced transitioning challenges like for just few days. So do you
Yes,
think
yes,
it
yes.
could be the same for any other person?
No, 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 no. One thing, it's our line of job has a lot to do with grace. Yeah, grace plays a lot. A lot of people don't believe it, but I do. Grace plays a. In fact, it is important for you to have grace and to have talent, because
Huh.
you can have all the talent in this world, and if you do not have grace, it will take you a longer time, or you may not even get to where you're going to. So it may not be that easy for everybody. So what I advise people to do is always pray for grace. Always pray for grace,
Okay.
because grace will make things very fast for you. Let me say something here. I had never made a million. I had never gotten 100,000 naira from when I was born till when to 2019. I got my first 100,000 naira. Then
Wow.
I became a millionaire in tens of million. Let me use the word tens of million. Okay, let me say I became a very big millionaire. Let me use the word, because
Wow.
my first million naira was not 1 million naira. My first millions was 11 million.
Wow.
And I got that 11 million from videos I shot in a month. And 11 million came, um, 11 million came 3 months into my content creation.
Wow.
Yes. So the thing is, I had already built a strong foundation work wise. I had learned all the things I needed to learn while I was in school, while I was transitioning while I was moving between Asaba and school. So I already knew what I wanted to do before I was done with school. I was telling my classmates that once I was done with school, I know what I wanted to do with my time.
Hmm. Yes. Okay. We still have you on, sir. I think his network is kind of bad. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome once again.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
we're meant to do.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you can you hear me?
My network is getting really bad.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think he has network. There's network glitch over there. Mr. Ipali. Okay, let's just give him few minutes. Okay, just so we could get him back. I think let's wait. We'll think it will be joining soon. Let's just hold on for him.
Hello, hello. Sure, network. Talk is very bad. Oh. I can't hear you, sir.
Oh,
Hi.
I said you're welcome once again. I think there was network glitch.
Yeah, network. I was trying to come online back.
Okay, okay. Thank you to have you once more. So
Yes, yes.
you are actually talking about when you got the realization that this is what you were actually meant to do, and then
Yes,
you
yes,
also
yes.
enlighten us on when you made your first million,
Okay.
and then I think that was 3 months into content creation.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
yes,
would like
yes,
to also
yes.
take it from there now.
Okay, so when I made my first 11 million, so I understood. That was when I actually understood that yes, this is what I wanted to do. Now, funny enough, then having a buying a car was buying a spider was around 2.5 million as at that time. But
Mm,
I didn't really buy a car. I didn't really think about buying anything that was extravagant. I just invested all the money I had back into content creation. You get? I bought
wow.
lights, I bought better
Yeah.
iPhones, I bought almost everything I needed at that time to make sure that I was not going to go back to where I was coming from. Yeah,
Mm,
so I didn't invest, I didn't even go to club, I didn't even celebrate with the money. In fact, when the money first entered my account, I removed my SIM card from my phone. First sat down for like 5 to 6 hours, planned what I wanted to do with the money, and executed everything as planned. So I still did
mm,
not increase my life, like my life expect, my lifestyle, or change my diet and all that. I was just focused, and it was later on I started enjoying myself. Later on,
mm. Wow, 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 wow. That's an exciting, story there. And then it's also
yeah,
inspiring. I think the
yes, yes,
modesty you talked about is it's something everybody should emulate. Modesty in
yes,
lifestyle, in living, and so on. So,
yes,
moving
yes,
on,
yes.
we would like to know what actually inspired you to start content. I mean, creating content, and how did you find your niche as a content creator, sir?
My niche. I discovered that as a content creator, I discovered that the algorithm actually does a lot of job for you. There are content creators that me. I'm not that on screen creator. Let me use the word. And a lot of people don't know that you must not do comedy to be a content creator. So
Mm.
basically, it is people that are comic content creators that are very popular. There are some
Come
of
again.
us what we
Come again.
produce.
Sorry.
It is
Sorry. Could
mostly
you take
people
that
that are,
again?
it is mostly content creators that are comic content creators that are very popular.
Mhm,
Content creation is not limited to comedy. In
mhm.
fact, comedy is just one genre. You understand? It's just one
Yeah.
small part of content creation. You could create content on every other thing in this world. You could create content on God. Like it is unlimited with the kind of things you can do with content. You can be an
Mm,
artist and be a content creator.
mm,
People may even want to see the kind of paint you use for each of your canvases. People may even want to see if you can be. Funny enough, sorry to say, you can be a smoker and be a content creator. You want to show how your life of a smoker works, how the average life of a you're not limited to content creation, and every creator has its own niche. Every creator has its own strengths. But I decided to do me what I produce right now. I've produced a lot of other types of content. I've done comedy, I've done pranks, I've done almost everything. What I do right now is I produce Christian contents.
mm,
Yeah, Christian contents, Christian related contents. That's what and morality content. So there's nothing specific. There's nothing specific that actually decides what I want to produce. It's just me following the algorithm at some point. I say, okay, if I won't say I'm a very passionate content creator. I would rather say I'm a passionate entrepreneur in content creation.
Wow.
So to me,
Passionate
unlike some other
entrepreneur.
people, content is more like a business to me. Content is more, in fact, it is more of a business than entertainment to me. You understand? Yes, that's for that.
But you should be tagged a passionate entrepreneur in content creation rather than just an entertainer also or a content creator. And you said content is more of a business to you than entertainment. Okay, do you
Yes,
also
yes.
see content as a full-time career for to you? Um,
See, after my wife and my children, it's content.
wow,
Yes, it's content. Content. I live and die for this job. I am passionate about not the artistry. I'm passionate about not the artistry. I'm more passionate about the entrepreneurial part of it. I love the
wow,
fact that we use talents to make money. That's it. We could
wow.
sell talents out and you are able to pay talents for their crafts. If I get bigger in content, I may not even be on your screen at all. I will just be in one corner doing playing the shares and doing my business of content creation. It's a very interesting business. You put talents on
Wow.
screen, you put directors, you put actors, you put script writers, they produce content, you put it online, you make your thing, you collect your revenue, you collect your return on investment, collect your profit, and you produce another one again. That's the idea.
Okay. So, how do you balance content creation and then your family?
Ah, no, no, my entire family is a family of content creation. My wife is a full-time content creator.
Wow,
My
wow,
wife is a full-time content creator. My children are first of all going to be content creators before they now decide what they want to use their life to do. Because they are going to follow the ways of their father first before.
wow,
Uh, it's like me and my household must serve the Lord. Me and my household must first do content first. So when they are older, they can now start deciding what they want to use their lives for. But for now, content first. So
oh,
it's very easy. It's extremely easy, and I have one of the best women in this world. My wife is she's a golden fish. That's what I would say. She understands the business like in fact sometimes I forget that I'm even married to her. I forget I sometimes forget I'm married to her. She's more like a sister, someone that you cannot live with. Someone I'm tired, I don't know what to say, but she's there. She's a content creator. We can discuss content creator, lament, cry, joke, laugh about
wow,
our job for days. And even forget that we are married. It's fun sometimes. It's actually fun. There are the bad times, there are the crazy times, the sad times, but um, she's my partner. In fact, we argue over money too much, over content, over money. In fact, we have so many content issues to quarrel about more than other family issues.
okay, wow, that's wonderful. There, your your experiences, your stories, and so on. They are so inspiring.
Mm,
And a big shout out to your wife once more
yes,
for being supportive
yes, yes.
and for standing by you. So, could you please walk us through the creative processes, like from the idea generation to publishing? How do you, as a content creator, produce all of this?
Yeah, it's very easy. You just get up in the morning, you come up with an idea, you call a crew that can shoot for you, a cameraman, a sound man. If you're using a sound man, it depends on your level of production and your modus operation. You call a
Okay.
sound man, you call all the needed hands. They come, they run their lines. If I'm to direct, I direct. If I'm not to direct, I give somebody the job to do. You get. Then we go online and produce, and
Yeah.
that's and we just it's not really a very cumbersome process. Content creation is not as cumbersome. No, basic content creation. Let me know it because even the mainstream industry, their contents you get. So basic
Okay.
content creation
Yeah.
is not as cumbersome as people look at it. When it's something that
Okay.
you do every day of your life, you don't get to see it as something very stressful.
Yeah.
Yes, that's you don't
Yeah.
get to see, because we do it every day of your life. So it's a process. In fact, my children in the house, I shoot mostly in my house. My children in the house, they will be telling each other, "Shh, that you are shooting, they are shooting." You know that kind of theory.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, what platform been game changers for your workflow? Like, what platform would you say? Oh,
Facebook,
this
Facebook, Facebook, Facebook is
Facebook.
crazy. Facebook is the guy pata pata of them all. I have
Wow,
my Facebook page. My main Facebook page is 2.1 million followers.
2.1 million followers. Wow,
Yes, Jato TV is 2.1 million followers. It's co-owned by
Jato
me,
TV.
myself, and my wife. Yes, myself and my
Wow,
wife. But I will soon chase her out of that page very soon. I'm promising her. I'm saying it on live. I'll chase her very soon. So my main page is owned by myself and my wife. Then I have others of 1.9 million followers. I have others of 900,000 followers. I have others of 500. I am a serial content
wow,
creator.
wow,
I have a lot of digital assets. A lot, too numerous to mention.
wow.
I have over
That's
12 Facebook pages that have more than 100,000 followers.
wow. So your conclusion would be that Facebook compared to all other platform has been the best so far to you.
You can't even compare it. Now YouTube does the magic, but Facebook is for the investment, the return on investment on Facebook is okay. Let me use the word. You don't need much capital to survive on Facebook, but you need a lot of capital to survive on YouTube.
Okay?
Yes, that's one of the major things.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that illumination over there. So moving on, let's ask you your biggest challenge so far that you faced as a content creator, and how did you overcome this challenge?
No, we are still the biggest challenge now is what we are facing now. We have low RPM, and that's what we are
Well,
facing
that's
now.
what. Come again.
Low RPM. It's called low RPM. It's low returns on
Okay.
investments. Low
So
return on
okay.
investments. And that is the only problem on Facebook. And we're facing it currently now. In fact, but my Facebook journey has been easy. In
Okay,
fact, it's
that's
the most
great.
easiest endeavor I've done. I practically live my life as a creator. You don't understand. That's what I love to do. So I've not had any difficult time that was too difficult for me.
Wow.
I've not had
Wow.
any difficult time that was too difficult for me. I practically know this thing like the back of my hand.
Wow.
And so the I sleep content, I dream content, I practically eat content. People don't understand. I do this thing like every single day. As I speak to you right now, I'm not at home, but in my house, they are producing content right now, and I'm not there, but they are producing content right now. Yeah, so it's we are. That's serious. You know what? No, 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 no. We don't in our industry. We don't creative. We don't experience creative. We shoot ahead of time. We shoot. I'm there. I'm hello.
We can actually get you clearly. Okay, let's hold on a bit. I think there's network glitch, and then it's going to join again. So let's just be patient. And then please, if you're just joining now, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button. It's been inspiring so far. I mean, the episode has been an inspiring one to me so far, and to every other person. I could attest for every one of us watching this right now. Our guest has been talking about his journey so far, He made some enlightening revelation about his journey so far. He's of the opinion that he has never faced serious challenge while transitioning from being an undergraduate into the content creation world, and that's amazing. That's amazing because I think a lot of persons are actually struggling over there to make it big as a content creator. And then he's also said something very unique that we all need to really, look into and see what we can pick, how we could learn from this. He said he made his first, um, he had his first breakthrough in the content creation business. Few months, just 3 months into content creation, and that's about 11 million naira. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So in all, his message there would be modesty, modesty, and a lot of hard work, modesty in living, and a lot of just putting your best in whatever you do, and then everything will just work out well for you. That's it. So we'll still wait for him. He's going to join us soon because we still have a lot of things to actually talk about. And we are so sorry. We are so sorry for the network glitch on his end. Um, let's just be patient. Thank you, our dear viewers. We are sorry for the network glitch. Our guest is actually back online.
Okay. Network is very bad right now. Very bad.
Yes, yes. And we do appreciate your time for still, joining back. So we're actually talking about um your we're actually talking about the challenge you currently face as a content creator, which was low RPA. Um,
Yes. Can hear you.
yes, and then you also, just told us that you don't experience, creative blackouts or so, or burnout.
Yes.
And that's a great one. That's a great one. So, what advice would you give to someone who's about to start content creation?
Okay, when I say I don't experience creative blackouts, it's because I am. If you consider content not to be an individualistic thing, yeah, you will
Okay.
never go one out. You will never be blackout because content creation is not limited. It's not a one man thing. So
Yeah.
you have a team of people that think for you most times, people that come up with ideas for you most times. You understand? But that
Yeah.
works with people that are very big. Um, but at the same time, it works from a scratch. So you can have a team of friends who are interested in the team, and you put think together. If because they say two good guys are better than one, you get. So
One.
if you have
Yeah.
more people working with you in that light, you would have some magic being done. So that's for content creators. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: if you are a content creator, it is important that you you diversify your 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 productions. You don't just produce one thing. You keep producing one thing, you get worn out easily. You change your ideas, you change your niche once in a while. And if you are coming up new in this business, be conscious. Don't forget the fact that passion. Be conscious of avenues that will give you money,
Okay.
content that can give you money. Try to create
Okay.
content that can give you return on investments, because that is the only way to stay in business. If you do
Yeah.
not make money quickly in content, you cannot. I'm not saying you should be in a rush to make money, but have that at the back of your mind that you need to start making money as soon as possible so that you can still be in business. Once you start, Makenya once said, the day you take content creation as a business, the system will take you as a business. If you think it's for passion, you will be doing passion. I'm not saying you should not be passionate about it, but I'm saying you should be conscious of the return on investment because it is time and money. Especially when you are a student that just finished school, your parents will stop, most times, will stop giving the kind of assistance that they used to give to you in school. At this point, you need to find what you love doing, and what you love doing should be giving you money so that you can keep doing it. Yeah, so once you can get these things in place, content creation is good for you. So, as a new creator, rather, Facebook should be your first point of interaction. Facebook, TikTok,
Wow.
those ones are paying. YouTube is good, YouTube pays, but YouTube is a bit more difficult. So Facebook and TikTok should be your first point. Then every other thing shall be added onto you.
Thank you so much. So let's quickly ask you this: are there any common misconceptions about content creation that you would like to clear up for every one of
Yeah, a
us?
lot of people think content creators do Yahoo, and that's stupid. Yeah. I know a content creator in this country that when RPMs were good, he used to earn 70 to 80 million per month
Wow.
from creating content on Facebook.
Wow.
I know a content creator in this country. 70 to 80 million per month is more than so many Yahoo boys their revenue from their crime. Yes, now.
Wow.
So many Yahoo boys don't even see that in a year.
Wow.
Eh, but this guy is a legit content creator. We see his views, we know, we see the views, we see the numbers, we know what the views are worth. You get.
Wow.
And so we see the revenue coming out. So people think content creators are now. I'm not saying that there are no bad eggs, yeah, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of content creators in this country making legitimate money that are
From creating
hundred
content.
percent legit from creating content. Mad ass money, extremely mad ass
Wow.
money. Yeah,
Wow.
as a content creator, if you know what you are doing and you are to a level big, because big is in different varieties, and your big might not be my big. But if you know what you are doing, you should be earning at least $10,000 a month,
Wow.
and that is big. You
That's a lot.
understand?
Yeah.
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 So when if somebody is earning $10,000 a lot, it can be compared to a Yahoo boy, and you think he's a Yahoo boy. You understand? And because they pay in dollars, they don't pay in naira, and to make $10,000 in a month is not really that difficult
Mm.
if everything is in place. It's not really that difficult because if you know what you are doing, do you know how much Shaggy was in an interview? He said he made 70,000. Who are saying rubbish? They don't know. It's very possible,
Wow.
and so that's that for that.
So okay, so basically the only misconception here would be that people actually, take creators who make it big as Yahoo boys also.
Yes. That's one of the major. That's our major issue. They think we are doing something else. They don't know that it's
Okay.
legitimate.
Legitimate. That means your however you're saying content creation could actually, you know, pay you so well.
Yes, if you are a legitimate content creator with good planning, and if you know what you are
Okay.
doing, you could do some good money now. You could do some really good
Okay.
money, really good money, really good money.
Wow. Oh, that's great. So let's quickly ask you this. What piece of content have you actually created before that you're so proud of today?
My job
That you
wife,
could
my job
remember and
wife,
you're so proud of
my,
today?
my job wife, my job wife. Part
My
one
your
and two.
wife. Okay.
Yeah, part one and two. It's something I
Wow.
love. I was passionate. I'm passionate about it. It's a YouTube movie. It's on YouTube on my YouTube channel, so people can check it out. My job wife. I'm passionate about it. It's a
Okay.
wonderful story.
That's
Yes.
wow. Okay, so if you could collaborate with any content creator or brand um, today, who would it be? What would you want to create together?
Um. Um. I have a thing for Sabalo. Not because of his creative prowess, though. I'm not saying it's not. Yeah, but I have a thing for his
Come again.
his,
We didn't
his
get that.
Sabalo
We
Sabalo
didn't get that clearly.
Sabalo. I said not because of his type of content,
Sabalo.
though. Yes, but I love what he does with Facebook. He understands it like the back of his hand.
Okay.
So I would love to work with Sabalo, then brother Shaggy. Yeah. But since
Shaggy.
I'm in
Wow.
Bayelsa, I don't have the time to start traveling around. But when it's time, I'm still a young boy. We can still do all those things.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so what would you say is the most rewarding moment of your journey so far?
When I built my house, that was the most
Wow.
rewarding moment. I think I spent around 85 million on that building. And
Can you come
every
again?
single
Can you come
thing,
again?
I think I spent around 85 million on that house.
Yes,
And
that's when you built your house. Your house is actually your most rewarding moment of your journey that
yes, yes,
you're
yes, it
actually
was
proud
one
of.
of the most. Yes, because every single
Wow,
brick on that house was an offspring of a loud action that I shouted.
wow,
Yes, every single brick on that house was molded from blood and sweat from content creation. Every single
wow,
brick, every single block was a product
wow,
of action.
wow.
Yes,
And that's over 85 million naira.
yes, 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 yes. In a
That's
span
huge.
of 8 months.
8 months. Wow, that's
Yes, yes,
huge.
yes.
Wow. So, do you ever find yourself giving back to your alma mater? Let me ask that.
Yeah, once in a while I do. I have a scholarship ongoing in my department where I give scholarship to 100 and 200 level students, best students in each class. I do that. I have a scholarship going on currently now.
Okay, that's lovely. That's
Yeah, I
lovely.
give out school fees to the best students of each class. So
Wow.
that's that.
Okay. So, before we wrap up, Mr. Ipadmote, I think we've spent a lot of time together today. But before we wrap
Yes.
up, would want you, as I mean, just looking back now, if you could rewrite one chapter of your undergraduate life or even your post graduation life, what would you do differently?
I would eat less sugar. I used to eat a lot of sugar before when I was just coming up. So I would eat less sugar. I would eat.
Wow.
I won't eat at night that much. It affected my health a bit. I'm not sick, but it just affected my health a bit, and I don't really like the size of my tummy for now. But I'll eat less sugar. But every other thing has
Okay.
been good. My story has been very very smooth, very smooth. I must say.
Okay, let's ask you this also. Looking back at your younger self this time around, what advice would you give that person? Like if you should look back at your younger self, what advice would you give to yourself?
I will tell myself, do not worry. Believe in your craft, believe in what you want to become, choose a path and just focus. Just focus. Just focus. And you have what you want. Focus. And focus and
Wow.
don't be distracted easily. Don't be distracted and don't be stuck in one place for a too long time. As you are, if you are, as you are, every industry. I wanted to really be a filmmaker in mainstream industry. Today, I'm not in the mainstream industry. You get, but I am happy where I am
Mm.
because the industry is now gradually moving to where we are now. Because
Wow.
everybody is now online, so I'm happy where I am now.
Okay. Wow, that's wonderful. Lastly, we would like to know if there's any final advice. What would be your final advice to dish out to students or undergraduates that are into probably into content creation or not even into content creation? But what advice can you give to these people?
Find what you love to do. Yeah, look for a means you can generate money from what you love to do, and commit it to God's hands, and you will have a very smooth path in life.
Oh,
Find
wow.
what you love to do, focus on it, then commit it to God's hand, and you have a smooth path. Find what you love to do. Look for a way to make money around what you love to do, and you have a very smooth path with God on your side.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Mm,
Before we let you go, there's a tradition we always observe. We
yeah.
always give appreciation to everyone who have actually been behind the success of this program and so on. Um, so we'll start by appreciating you for coming. So we want to say thank you so much, Mr. Ipalimote, for coming. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being with us for this long. And then thank you for the advices, for your stories and so on that has inspired a lot of us. So we want to say thank you. And I want to also appreciate Mr. Monday Emmanuel. He has also been supportive. Um, Miss Stephanie Brown, engineer Ega Taribulade, also they've also been supportive. I mean, they've also ensured that this program keep coming and so on. So once more, thank you so much, sir. We do appreciate your time, and we hope at some point we'll also bring you back again to talk more on content creation. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir. So moving on, and that's Memoirs of a Nigerian Graduate with Mr. Mote. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like and don't forget to also share. Most importantly, please leave a comment with us so we would also get to know or hear from you. Get to know okay what you've learned from this episode so far. Thank you so much. And remember that every graduate has a story and every story has the power to inspire. Until next time, stay curious and keep chasing your dream. Thank you.